Right then, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You've just seen the Tuskers enter their changing room cave, getting ready to take on our BRC Super 2s. Tuskers sitting pretty at top of the table, recently defeating UAE Shaheen in a very tight fixture. Our 2s on a bit of a roll as well, 4 on the bounce, and they are trying to keep it going today on home soil. We've got a lovely sunny day here in Bahrain. It's quite warm. It's going to be certainly testing conditions, but the lads will be chomping at the bit to get this game under the way. Thank you all thank you very much for all tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from. As ever, we look forward to 80 minutes of jam-packed, exhilarating rugby. And I'm going to be joined by our lovely director of rugby, Adam Wallace, very shortly, just coming across on the bottom left of your screen to join us here in the commentary booth today. So you'll have the pleasure of hearing his dulcet tones as well as mine. Aren't you lucky? Tuskers a very strong side, hailing from the UAE. The Super 2s will have their work cut out, but if anyone can do it on home soil, in front of the home crowd, the famous Red Bull support, it's the Super 2s. Just a couple of minutes now from kickoff. Our first team celebrating a very strong win against the Dragons yesterday. Bit of a shaky first half, just 7-5 at the break. And then a very strong finish in third, the last 20 minutes, running away with the lead, finishing up 31-10 victors and a bonus point victory. So they keep their undefeated record alive, and the Super 2s looking to make it 2 wins from 2 for the BRC this weekend. And speak of the devil, we are joined today by very special guest, Mr. Adam Wallace, Director of Rugby at BRC. And welcome, Adam.
Cheers, El. Very happy to be here. Looking forward to today. Hell of a contest for the 2s. Real test now. Been building momentum really nicely, as I'm sure Elliot's just said. Beautiful day here in Bahrain. The sun is absolutely beaming. Mid-February. Probably not what the boys need.
Absolutely not, but it's good conditions for free-flowing rugby. Hopefully, we've got 80 minutes of entertaining stuff for this home crowd today and you guys at home. And a massive fixture ahead of us. We'll see the grandstand start to fill up as this game gets underway. And the Tuskers will be looking to make a mark. Not the easiest place to visit. The cauldron of the Red Bull.
They've travelled well. Full cohort squad today. Here, early morning arrival. I believe there was 28 full English breakfasts ordered in the bar. So the boys are fed and ready to go.
Fueled and ready to get underway. Looking to keep their top spot. Top of the UAE Division 1 competition. And the BRC Super 2s looking to dethrone them today. And keep their run of successful victories alive. Here we go then.
It's a great kick to start. Straight down on Dion.
Alexis out to Sam Withers. He's been a standout performer for the Super 2 so far. Carries well there. He's been fantastic in open play and off the tee, an absolute demon. Alexis busy early doors, getting some early carries in.
Eugene in the middle today. Old stalwart of the UAE refs. Been around the game as long as anybody out here. Very experienced referee. Likes to control the game well. Very prominent voice. I'm sure he's going to be managing this well today. First opportunity to see what the scrum will bring.
First set piece of the day. As I said, I think we can expect a very physical encounter today. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to see some big collisions.
Good start from Bahrain, though, showing intent to run the ball wide. Looking to move it off the kickoff.
Can see a lot of you dropping comments, letting us know where you're tuning in from. We've got some English supporters tuning in from Shropshire. Shout out to you, Paul Baker. I saw your name in the chat yesterday as well, supporting both teams. Love your work. Ali Mack watching from your living room. Fantastic. Let us know where your living room resides. Oh, big scrum from the Tuskers. It's a dominant shove. Bahrain come out with it though.
Well cleared up the back there by Dylan. Trying to move it wide now again, little kick through. This is where Tuskers will be dangerous today in the loose. Bahrain probably aiming to keep this game as tight as possible. A good turnover there.
Bahrain just need to build some phases, be patient. As Adam said, I think BRC Super 2s will be looking to play a more structured, physical game. Tuskers will be deadly in the loose. Plenty of dangerous men across their 15, and I'm sure their bench is filled with some guns as well. Bahrain will have to be patient, break them down slowly, and hopefully see some chinks in the armour of Tuskers as this game unfolds. There will certainly be some tired legs out there. The heat's beaten down. And hopefully this game will open up certainly in the last 20 minutes. We'll see what this next set piece has in store. Tuskers with the ascendancy in the first one.
Solid platform from Tuskers then to launch. First opportunity to have a look at the attack. Moving the ball wide well, but Bahrain's drift defence holding up to it. Solid tackle out wide.
Oh, gets the ball away, it's gone forward.
As you can imagine, the offloading rugby is going to be a key part of their game today, and they look pretty sharp down the wing there. Forward pass though, Eugene's called them back right in front of the Garden crowd.
The home support is going to play a big factor in this today, I feel. The Red Wall are going to have to get behind these Super 2s today. It's definitely a big challenge.
You'll see many of the men in the crowd there enjoying a beer on a Saturday, as we are hosting a ladies-only brunch before the game today in honour of International Women's Day coming up. It's fantastic to see all the ladies joining us today, and the men expedited to the Garden to enjoy a beer and support the boys.
Lovely initiative, that. Absolutely fantastic. Get the men out in the Garden. Women have a good time.
I think they're having a very good time, if I'm honest with you.
Should be lively for the Six Nations later in the Garden as well.
Yeah, I think we'll see the crowd start to fill up now as more people start dripping in. Big Super Saturday. Super 2 starting us off and into the Six Nations later. Great day for the club. Many of the first team down here after our win yesterday. A few battered bodies there, just enjoying a electrolyte or two, making sure that they're ready to go for the week ahead. Another opportunity at scrum here then. It's going to be a tough day for Dylan at number 8. Big, heavy pack from the Tuskers.
Have to keep things tight.
Good platform though. Great hook by Martin. Bahrain again looking to move the ball. Joel Kidgel now in loose. Outstanding work up the touchline. Gaps appearing.
Here's young Dylan once again. Man of the match in his last performance. He's been in good form. Managing to put a good string of games together after a few injuries. Here's Josh Tabia sniping.
Keeping him honest around the edges. Love to see it. Eugene's seen something that he's not happy with though. He's going with the offside line for Tuskers, and it's a first opportunity for Bahrain. What would you be taking here, El? Going for the points or pushing the corner?
Tell you what, the Bahrain have been known to kick corners in these sort of positions, but Sam with his boot, wouldn't be surprised if they did take the points. Looks like Joel Lewis is going to take the kicking duty today. Can't blame him. Great to have those two options on the pitch. Joel Lewis, a stalwart, the Super 2s and first team squad for many years now. One of the best boots on the island. Mr. Consistent. Let's not curse it too soon, though.
So you're setting him up there, aren't you?
Commentator's curse. But I would back him 9 times out of 10 to knock this over in these conditions. Slight breeze, but nothing to worry about. Fairly short pitch we have here at the rugby club as well. Should be a relatively simple nudge over, inshallah, as we say here in Bahrain.
35 yards out, straight in front of the posts. Watching him kick and warm up, he seemed very solid, very composed today. Joel loves these type of games, loves the battle.
He's knocked over a few high pressure kicks in his time here at the club. Oh, is that off the post?
And he's off the post. What have we done to him?
We've absolutely cursed him.
It looks like
chase.
Great chase from Dan Dryden there. Doing what all good players should do and chasing the kick, even when you do think your kick is 9 out of 10. Taking him over, and now Bahrain got a great opportunity to attack a scrum 5 metres out from Drew's line. Tuskers line.
I think I'll keep my mouth shut for any future kicks for Joel Lewis. My apologies.
It was a good strike, just off the right upright. See many of them clip the post and go through, but not today. Skipper Martin going in at 6, Martin Prinsloo. Absolute stalwart of the Super 2s. Really is the heartbeat of this squad. Backing down at 6 today. Good scrum. Dylan's had to pick it up as it was moving back, but he's dealt with it well.
Dealt with it very well. Oh, Tuskers get over it, but once again illegally.
High tackle called. Wouldn't be expecting a scrum again, given the size of the Tuskers pack. So we're opting to tap and go. Straight off the training park.
Love this from Martin. Great confidence. Backing yourself. Let's have a go at this line. Let's put some pressure on Tuskers. See what their defence holds.
Set a platform now. Bahrain will look to run it straight here. Camp in this area now. Put pressure on. Try and find a gap. Got a sharp back line today. It's a great ball out the back from Joel Lewis. Sam Withers just caught by the ankles. Just a bit of cleaning up. Again, Eugene not happy.
These penalties are really ramping up now. Tuskers need to be careful of this discipline. Refs have been known to drop a couple of yellow cards if there's a string of team penalties, especially in this position, deep in the 22.
Joel Lewis putting it to the corner. Great attacking attempt from Bahrain. As you can see there, our players bar in the background with the ladies enjoying the pre-match refreshments. First opportunity to see the Bahrain line out then. And there I know Lindsay Gibson, forwards coach, will be looking to impose the Bahrain game today. It's a great setup and they've set them all early. It's good pressure. Captain Martin now on the ball. Tuskers do well and hold them just short. Look to play off the touchline. Nice ball out the back. Oh, dangerous offload there. Puts Tuskers away. Joel Kidgel there just looking to force the pass.
Look at that.
Tuskers going coast to coast from under the pressure of their own try line. Full length of the pitch.
Shows the danger of this Tuskers side. You cannot make silly unforced errors against this Tuskers team. They will punish you. One moment lapse of concentration can lead to a 100-metre try. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what a dangerous attacking side can do to you. Hopefully, BRC can learn from that. They need to hold on to that ball. They need to be disciplined in what offloads they give and what they don't.
I think Bahrain will feel pretty hard done by there. Again, just one mistake. Shows you how dangerous Tuskers can be, but good pressure. Team have started really well. Looks like they're building their phases. They're getting out to the edges, making good ground. Had Tuskers under a lot of pressure there, and they'll take confidence from that. A try out of nothing doesn't change the game just yet.
Absolutely not. They've definitely put some nice phases. Tuskers under pressure there. Just unfortunate. One small error leading to the 7-pointer. But plenty to take away there. Plenty of confidence to take from those early opening encounters. See how the boys react to this. Some good leaders on the pitch. There'll be no one panicking just yet. Joel Lewis to take us away then. Nudges deep.
Interesting to see how Tuskers deal with this. Yep, they look to kick long. Touch is found.
Strong exit.
Great opportunity for Bahrain to relaunch their attack then from the halfway. Exactly what they would have wanted. Martin Prinsloo playing at 6 today, but still retaining the responsibility of throwing in at the line out. Hooker by trade, excellent darts.
Oh, bit skewed, but no competition in the air from Tuskers. We'll play on. Here's Jaden Summers, another standout performer for the Super Twos. He's been a dominant force in attack and defence.
Again, Bahrain with the intent to move the ball wide. Love to see it. Some really slick handling between this back line. Going to move the ball wide. Dylan absolutely everywhere again with a strong carry off the base.
Oh, Joel gets caught man and ball. Is it knocked on? Yeah, that's knocked in, yeah. Knocked on in contact by the Tuskers player. Good line speed. A little bit overzealous though, causing the knock on. We'll go back to scrum time.
Tuskers seem to be going here in 1s and 2s. Plenty of opportunity for Bahrain to exploit that. So we know they're going to come hot off the line. It's about finding those gaps when they go in as individuals. And Joel Lewis will be talking to his back line now about taking those opportunities when they come. Great partnership today of Joel Lewis at 10 and Sam Withers at 12. Both ball playing rugby men. Great experience. Real good opportunity to get the ball wide. Joel Kidgel out there on the wing. Oh, free kick for an early engage from Tuskers. Exactly what Bahrain would have wanted. Joel Lewis putting ball to boot. Oh, and kick straight into touches it.
Just kick long, looks like we'll come back.
He'd be slightly disappointed that with Joel. Looking for the 50-22. It's clearly on. Slight misexecution now. Gives Tuskers another opportunity to launch from their scrum. Oh no, we're going for line out.
Just 13 minutes into this game, it feels like it's been a lifetime. A lot's been going on. Some really good moments from both teams.
Bahrain seems to have the better of the measure at the moment, despite the scoreline. That one mistake, only the difference at the minute. Sloppy ball off the top. Again, another penalty against Tuskers. It can't be long now before we see a team infringement resulting in a yellow.
Joel, we want to stick this as deep as possible in the Tuskers half.
Aiming for the ladies down in the players' part.
Looks like he's connected well as he reached the 22. Not a bad result.
Yeah, great kick. Some big heavy units in that Tuskers pack, you can see now. The key will be to move them around today in this heat.
Yeah, keep them moving, tire them out, and hopefully let the BRC bench make a huge impact in this final third. We'll see how it unfolds, but those conditions today, not easy to play. Dion goes up at the back, slightly overthrown. Not the best lift we've seen.
Wide attack dealt with well by Bahrain on a good drift defence. Looking for line speed now to get up there. Looking for collisions. Slick handling from the Tuskers. But great defence from Bahrain, eating up 5 yards there. Strong fend from the prop. And a high tackle call. They now have advantage. Be interesting to see how we go from here.
Yeah, it didn't look like there's any malice in that high tackle. Just sliding up, slight seatbelt tackle from Joel Lewis. We'll go back for the penalty.
And that's the danger of Tuskers there. You see that great working contact, getting the arms through the tackle, looking for that quick offload. It's definitely going to be a key part of their game today. And Bahrain are going to have to do well. Their two-man tackles, suffocate that ball carrier, make sure there's no opportunity to get in behind the line.
I think they'll really need to tidy up that set piece area. It's going to be a point of difference for this BRC team, I think. Should be a better drilled, more set piece orientated team. If they can nail down that part of the game, it's going to make a massive difference. They can't be giving away easy attacking opportunities through silly errors, missed throws, missed jumps. because this Tuskers team will punish you if you give them any scraps. Here we go. Dion pushes through. Good pressure on the big man, but he's still going. Here we go then. Tuskers, can they put some phases together here? Bahrain double tackling well, trying to scrag tackle those arms, stop the offloads. Need to start winning some collisions though. They are eating up some ground. Can't afford to let this Tuskers team get behind you. And it's going to be... What way is that arm going? Is it Bahrain ball?
It's an interesting one. We're calling offside to Tuskers on their own ball.
And back chat.
And he's being marched. Eugene was very clear of his instructions before the game that all comms must come through the captains. He won't have anyone else calling for the decisions out on the pitch. Again, he's a very good ref, but a very strict ref. He'll play the game as he sees it. Unfortunately, Bahrain haven't found touch. Another opportunity for them to attack, but a slip in the 22. Tuskers have put themselves under a lot of pressure here now with the penalty count. Bahrain need to hold them here. Can't afford to let them go wide now. Need to start tracking.
Oh, surely that's forward.
And it is. Ref's called it back. Tuskers just not really clicking at the moment.
Referee in a very good position to see that one.
Interesting, as you say, El. I think set piece is going to be a key point today. Late change to the starting team today with the unfortunate swap of our second row, Stan Mortensen, having to go into the hospital, which means that as Marnich has come on from the bench to start at number 4. So it might cause a bit of disruption, a bit of confusion in the line-out. But it's a real good opportunity for him to get a start. He's recently joined Bahrain's Super 2s, and he'll be looking to put his stamp on the game.
So Joel Lewis lost the contact lens, or maybe received a bit of an eye poke. Just getting a bit of care from our physio team in Touch Clinic. Always looking after us pitch side. And the boys will have a bit of a juice, a bit of a respite.
Water's going to be absolutely key today. Not exactly sure what the temperature is, but it feels about 50 degrees out there. Sun is absolutely beaming down here at Bahrain Rugby Club. Not much of a breeze today as well.
Feel like it's always the Super 2s who receive these warm, toasty games, don't you? We had Exiles, I think it was last season, it must have been about 40 degrees early in the season. A real tough day at the office for the boys. And this one's not far off it today. But they'll dig deep. They'll back their fitness against this big Tusker side as well. They'll want to move them as much as possible. And look at that for a front row. Ollie Sanson joins us once again. On the loose head side.
It's a good scrum though. Marnich doing a great job hooking the ball, getting it down channel 1. Break from Sam Withers there at 12. That's a high tackle. Referee seen it straight away. We now have advantage to play off. Joel Lewis looking to move wide. He's played an option to the corner. And looks like he's been hit late off the ball. Chaos ensuing. Bahrain need to be careful here to make sure we don't get the penalty overturned. We've got an opportunity now again right in front of the posts.
Now, will we see some cheese here? That was definitely a cynical high tackle. He started high, rode high, scragged him down to the ground, and then Joel Lewis was hit slightly late after the kick with the advantage. He'll definitely have a word with the captains here. Don't want to see this boil over. And we certainly don't want to see any dangerous play.
20 minutes in now, he's in about 12 penalties. It can't be long till Eugene's looking to make a prominent decision on the pitch.
No, he's been quite lenient so far, I feel, with the amount of penalties that have come Tuskers' way.
I think right now, 7-0. I'll be calling for the posts right in front. Joel Lewis surely not to miss this one. The corner's called from the captain. Love the intent. Obviously, similar success of their last drive in Maul. They'll be looking to probably attack that corner again.
Big call from Martin. This is a confident play from the captain. Back in his side. Oh, as he snuck that in. We're going to go to the corner for the kick by the looks of things.
Linesman seems to believe it went dead. Eugene's not having it though. A well-weighted kick there, perfectly out on the half-metre line. Must state that the linesman is also a member of the Tuskers travelling team, so he had all intent to say it went dead. Ball off the top though, it's not what they would have been looking for. Goes wide to Sam Withers. Again, strong carry up the middle. Sets the platform for Bahrain to attack now. Joel Lewis looking to get wide. Again, looking for the kicking option. It's dangerous.
Oh, Joel Lewis.
Joel Kidgel.
Joel to Joel. What a nudge. We'll watch that again. Sorry, I confused the Joels there. So many Joels on the pitch. But look at this. Josh De Beer sets the platform. Joel Lewis spots a bit of space back there. No sweeper in place. And Joel Kidgel, what a gather. The dot down. Fantastic finish from the winger.
Outstanding from Joel Kidgel there to stay in the fight. Didn't look like there was many opportunities to move the ball wide, so that little kick in behind will keep the defence honest. Joel Kidgel making up for his early mistake by adding another 5 points to Bahrain. It brings us right back into the game.
Absolutely. That'll really set a flame under their Super 2 side. That is a great confidence boost. They've put Tuskers under pressure. They've forced errors. They've forced penalties. And they finally come away with some goods. You'd love to see it. Here's Sam Withers then taking over the kicking duties.
Very nice of the cameraman there to zoom in on his future fiancée. Putting her in full focus. Nudge from the left. Gone with the left boot of Sam Withers, and he's absolutely nailed it straight through the uprights. Brings us back to 7-7.
Incredible nudge from the left boot of Sam Withers. Mr. Reliable.
Now we've really got a game on our hands. Bahrain definitely got the better of the referee at the moment. Playing the more positive rugby. Seem to be putting a lot of pressure on this Tuskers side. Tuskers haven't really had much of a contest to this point. Bahrain to have a good clean exit now. Build pressure again back down in the Tuskers half.
We have got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. This is very competitive. As we enter the second half of this first half, who's going to put a name on it?
Alexis picks up half a break. Great return. Bahrain looking to just clear their lines now. Boots the ball. Big Fijian step. They've whipped wide. They found the space with the overlap. Tackle needs to be made here deep in the corner. Great return from Tuskers. Now putting pressure on. Quick ball. Big runners. Space available. Held just short by Bahrain. Ball going wide. Big carry from the big man, and he's in under the post. Great response from Tuskers there.
Yeah, showing great character. One of confidence to gain the kickoff. They build some phases. They're patient there. No white line fever. Not reaching for it. Knowing that they've got space. They've got quick ball, and they've got big men to dot it down under the posts. And that's a good finish. Great score from the visitors.
Just goes to show how dangerous this Tusker side can be, especially when kicking the ball loose. Bahrain want to compete today. They need to make sure that those kicks are high and competitive.
Can't be kicking down the throat of these dangerous back three. You've got to find grass. You've got to get a good kick chase in place. And you've got to stop the attack at source. You cannot let these big men get going.
Simple conversion for Tuskers. It's to 14-7. Big response needed now from Bahrain.
Absolutely. Can't let that sap their energy. Need to keep the attack and intent alive.
Just a matter of structure. Bahrain need to retain the ball now and to start building some of those phases, using their attacking structure to break down this Tuskers defence. And taken cleanly, opted to kick long. Looking for the exit. It's not found touch, but unfortunately not gathered by Josh De Beer. So it's a knock on. We'll be going back for a scrum. Tuskers given an opportunity to launch. Oh, a lot of back chat and a bit of in between from the winger and Josh De Beer after knocking it on there. Eugene's having none of it. Has reversed the knock on with a penalty to Bahrain. Discipline a real problem for Tuskers at the moment.
Yeah, interesting to see if Bahrain will mix up that kickoff tactic. Joel Lewis going deep with these kickoffs so far. See if they'll kick to compete later on as this game develops.
Switching to the left boot of Sam Withers there to kick us deep. Just finding our way into the 22. Martin now will look to tighten this line-up up. That ball's called. Good lift. Great take from Dion. Bahrain set early. They've got the move on the maul. Jaden looking to break, but he's been stripped by the 9. Offside called again. Referee's arm was not down from that maul with Tuskers pressing to the back foot. Interesting choices now. Martin finally deciding points are needed.
I think you've got to keep the scoreboard ticking over. You've got to keep pressure on this Tuskers side. They're a team that can run away with games.
Exactly that.
They'll live off scraps. They'll score from open play. You've got to keep pressure on. Cannot let their confidence build too much. And that is a big penalty count in this first half for Tuskers. No cards as of yet, but you are starting to get the feeling that they might be coming very soon. Referee not happy with the back chat. I think that's 2 now, just for chirping at the referee.
Looks like Joel Lewis will be kicking from middle to left on the side of the pitch today with his right foot. Sam Withers taking the right-hand side of the pitch to bring that left foot nicely through. 2 sweetly struck kicks. Close the gap to less than a score for Bahrain. Great response, exactly what they would have wanted. High-scoring game at the moment.
$14-10 then. Still plenty of life in this first half as well. Tuskers go deep this time. To Dion, takes well. Josh De Beer's going to have to clear out. Not where you want your scrum half.
Oh, he's unlucky there. I feel like the number 25 was just on the wrong side of the breakdown, stopping the guy from coming out and making a positive impact to that clear. Eugene, though, sees it differently. Great over the ball there from Tuskers. And again, exactly what they would have wanted after conceding the penalty. Score. Pressure now. Deep. I say deep into Bahrain's territory. Looks like that kick's actually gone backwards.
It's gone deep into the garden and hit someone's pint, I think. But bit of a sigh of relief for BRC. They could have been pinned down into their 5-metre line there, but not the best kick from the Tuskers 10. Still in a dangerous area of the field, though.
Eugene again setting his authority, having a word with Bahrain 10, Joel Lewis. Bahrain getting the better of the ref at the moment, as I say. Really important they keep him on side. Tuskers setting a maul. It's a great line out. Great maul defence from Bahrain. Looks like they've collapsed it into the middle. Tuskers now looking to launch. Again, going to the sharp backs. A wayward wide pass, but it's efficient. Great cover tackle from Bahrain. And an offload dealt with by Dan Dryden. And carried into touch. Eugene's seen something before that. He's going to call for the knock-on. Not 100% sure where the knock-on came from there, as it looked like the player offloaded it straight to Bahrain. Potentially forward. Bahrain now, big pressure scrum. Need clear drills just to exit their lines. I'll hopefully be seeing this kick long and off the pitch, away from that Tuskers threat.
This is a high pressure scrum from Bahrain. We've seen a little bit of creaking here and there. Tuskers having a little bit of dominance in the early scrums. Bahrain have managed to secure their own ball, but this is the biggest scrum of the half so far. Tuskers will attack this with everything they've got.
Eugene allowing it to build pressure before the ball comes in, but it's clean strike again. High tackle, advantage to Bahrain. That's exactly what they would have wanted. A 3 out here, opportunity to attack. Probably wouldn't have kicked that. Make sure we take our advantage. But they've relieved the pressure, moving now outside their 22. I think we'll launch with a Tuskers line out. Bit of game management there from Joel Lewis. If we're just taking another phase or taking the penalty, we'll be launching from our own line out.
Yeah, interesting from Bahrain there. Playing with the free ball. Chose to kick the ball away under their post, so under pressure. At least they've relieved some of the territory pressure. It's going to be a Tuskers throw. They choose to stay down once again. It goes over to the top to the big man.
I'm not going to lie, that almost looked like it was actually scripted, but a knock on at the line, clear space. Bahrain get out of jail there. That looked like a well-worked move from Tuskers there. With the pod jumper moving outside the 15 to take an overthrow. I'm sure they'll tell you that was scripted anyway.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a disjointed 10 minutes, isn't it? Been a little bit all over the place. Neither team really getting a massive foothold in this game. Living off each other's errors, penalties. Haven't seen too much free-flowing stuff just yet.
Heat and conditions going to have a big part to play in that today. 20 minutes out there now, or half an hour out there now, boys will be feeling tired.
Bahrain just need to find touch here. Try and start to build some phases.
Good strike again. Shoulders going straight to the boot. Let's hope he finds touch.
That is a great
And that is a
nudge.
fantastic kick from Joel Lewis. Outstanding. Puts the ball right back up over the halfway line. Exactly what they would have wanted, and exactly how Jack Parry would have drilled them in their exits this week.
Absolutely fantastic kick. As a tight five, or even the big pack, will be very relieved to stand up from a scrum and see that exit from Joel Lewis. The lads will be buying him a pint after that.
Exactly what the boys need. Big, heavy pack in Tuskers today. It's about making them come out of scrums, building that pressure, and then retreating 40 yards to set and go again. It's a real good opportunity for us to attack the line out now, steal their ball. It's not straight.
Yes, it's cool.
And there it is. That's the pressure we're talking about. Making these big boys move around the park, straight into a launch. That's when the skill and execution comes through. You can see some heavy breathing now from the Tuskers. A lot of hands on knees. Bahrain will take life from that. Look to launch now. Bahrain opting for the line out. Short and 5-man line out. Ball up to Dylan. Double tops. Excellent execution. Joel Lewis launching. Sending the big man up the middle.
Bahrain committing to lots of the ruck to win their own ball there. Joel Lewis out the back. Dan Dryden up the middle. Gets sent backwards and ripped as well. Bahrain needs some good line speed here. They need to slow the ball as much as they can whenever they get the opportunity. Quick ball is going to be the death of them today. Really need to win some collisions, not let Tuskers get behind you. Especially on these wide rucks. Getting off the line is going to be paramount. But doing it legally.
The referee's seen something we haven't, because we haven't got the camera shot down there, but I believe a high tackle from Bahrain. Tuskers looking to attack back down the blind side there, looking on the short side. Time off as there's an injury. Water's going to be essential now. Get the boys hydrated. Big push now for the last 10 minutes. Try and get in front before half time.
A little bit of a breather then. Well, what are you seeing from a coach's point of view now? What are you saying at half time to the boys then, Wallace?
I think we've had the better of the game, if I'm honest with you. I think we've got the right game plan in trying to move these big boys around. I think we're getting to the edges well, but we've got to start looking after the ball more. I think that's 2 or 3 times now we've got into that 15-metre channel on the edge and either been stripped or lost the ball. I think it's really important now that we go back to really structured rugby. You can see the intent from Tuskers and how dangerous they can be when it gets in the loose. It will just be about running our drills, getting our pattern and our shape into place, making sure boys are all on script. We tighten this game up, play the game in the right areas down in their half. I think we're building good pressure. I think we're a bit unfortunate to be behind at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boys will take a lot of confidence from that, though. We knew that this was a top of the league side coming down. We knew they've got a lot of dangerous players and a big heavy pack. Bahrain have had the measure of that so far. They'll take a lot of confidence from that going into the sheds at half time.
See what we have in store then. About 8 minutes remaining in this half. Can Bahrain get another score over the line? It'd be great for momentum if they can get another score. The next score could be very telling.
Solid platform from Tuskers. Not getting a penalty though. Eugene not that keen for them to use it, but Bahrain are holding in, which is good. Eugene giving no love with the penalty. Great tackle from the 9 there. Tuskers launching and going wide. This is where they will be dangerous, and they're looking to push wide with pace. Joel Kidgel with a missed tackle though, and on the outside, Tuskers get rewarded for great play and speed.
And that is what we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot make missed tackles. You cannot allow a quick ball. Once they spot a little bit of space out wide, they will punish you. Look at this. Comes on at pace, carries well, commits to, throws the dummy, and he'll score it himself. It's a great finish.
Bahrain drifting well there, but once they get to that extra man and they're man for man, they've really just got to commit to that tackle. Again, this seems to be a game of individual errors at the moment. One mistake and each team's taking the opportunity. Tighten that up. First testing kick for Tuskers today. Be interesting to see how he goes with the right boot.
So this is definitely the area where Bahrain absolutely need the next score. Just to keep hope alive, keep a little bit of momentum in their game.
Solid strike from the Tuskers 10 there.
That's a great nudge.
Straight through the uprights, converted successfully. Captain Martin with the boys under the post, opting to get a few words in before half time rather than charge the kick. Bahrain now looking for a big reaction to that score.
What will they opt for here then? They've gone deep with most of their kickoffs so far.
I think stick to script. Go long. Their obviously intent is to kick it out if it goes long, but no, Joel Lewis has changed the option. It's gone 10.
It's gone 10.
He's called it not back off of Tuskers. Not sure about that one myself, but now Bahrain have a great platform to launch. Joel Lewis looking to move wide, but great line speed from Tuskers again. Dan Dryden trying to set a platform now. Bahrain slow to get back in shape here. Going to have a tight carry. Jaden with another barreling run.
Always makes a yard or two at the very least, Jaden. Such
So
a powerful
option to move it now. Again, just creaking in through the edges.
Just a bit. Here's Ollie Sanson. Got the softest hands on the loose head in the golf. Chooses to carry that time though. Here's Joel Lewis, spots a bit of a gap. Gets his arms free.
Quick ball again. Now there's opportunity.
Oh, this looks dangerous. Here's
Dana
Dana
Moretti
Moretti.
feeds the ball out wide to Alexis, who gives it out wide again. Dan Dryden down to the corner. Please get over the line. And he's there. Thought about a sneaky step back inside there and heading for the post, but ultimately just needed to get the score on the board. Great attacking play from Bahrain there. Soft hands. Interlinking play between forwards and backs. Alexis putting the ball away to Dan Dryden. Just open space for a cheeky goose. And a knee in the back of the head.
And a little dot
straight in
down.
over the corner.
Great stuff. What a reaction from Bahrain. A great finish.
Exactly what they needed now going into half time. Try's been given after some deliberation. Not really sure what for. Maybe Captain Martin there was having a question about the knee to the back of the head and the dive over the player. But essentially, try's given, no foul play seen. And now looks like Sam's taking over complete kicking duty now. Successful with his first two. Interesting option here with the left boot. He likes to take a very narrow kick, which obviously gives him less of a window to convert through. As I say, been pretty true with the first 3 kicks of the game.
He's been striking it very well all season. Let's not curse him again, though.
I think you've done it again, have you? Left upright,
No
right
doubt,
upright.
No doubt. This is straight through the middle.
Solid strike. Straight through.
Oh.
No, just missed to the left.
Not a bad connection. And we'll go back for the kickoff. An area Bahrain need to clean up a little bit. Someone just needs to put their name on this early, claim it, and hopefully just see this half out without too much drama. Just a few minutes remaining. Goes Ollie Sanson, goes up to claim it, knocked forward though. It's going to be a Tuskers scrum. And that'll be the half. Our clock not quite on the money this time, just a little bit early. But the referee calls the break. And what a half of rugby we've seen. 21-15 to the visitors. Super Twos very much in this game. Tuskers putting on a bit of a show. Some really good moments. Individual brilliance. But Bahrain managing to grind down and score some great scores of their own. We definitely have a big second half on our hands. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be right back after the break.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so yo. Everybody know I'm you know when they click through to the send this box to be a show be fun. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so yo. Everybody know I'm you know when they click through to the send this box to be a show be fun. I'll be coming up hot for a minute.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, the Super 2 taken to the field. We've got a jam-packed 40 minutes ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you're on the edge of your seats, just as we are. Tuskers need to get their discipline in line. The BRC need to take more of their opportunities, play a little bit of territory and build some pressure on this Tuskers team. Looking like they will crack if you build some phases, play some good rugby. But Bahrain need to keep it tight. They cannot allow Tuskers to live off scraps, live off errors. And as soon as that game opens up, you can expect some Fijian flyers to be under the posts. So the boys need to be very careful here.
There's a lot of chat in the week about the Tuskers team, obviously top of the league, won all of their games. We know how dangerous they can be. I think Bahrain will take a lot from that half, you know, being down by just 6 points and from what I would say had the better run of the game. Sure, the coaches there would have turned to tighten it up a little bit, play rugby in the right areas, and take the game to them, essentially. Nothing to lose now.
Oh,
great take from Dylan. Opting for that short kick now seems to be the one that works.
On the money from Joel Lewis, absolutely textbook kickoff.
Great carry from Marnich. Opportunity to get wide here if we can. Ball out the back's gone to scraps. And a kick through. Ollie Sanson tracking back. Dives on it. Back to his feet though.
Does so well there. Just manages to buy himself a little bit of time. Let the support get there. Clean up the ball. Now, Bahrain won't want to play too many phases in their own half here. This is a dangerous area. I think they'll just want to clear their lines, surely. Joel Lewis will sit deep.
Great carry from Dylan again, getting on the outside shoulder. He's everywhere today.
And he is. He's going to put a bomb up.
This needs to be accurate.
Oh, just hits the line. Looks good to me. And it is. What a nudge from Joel Lewis. Picture perfect.
That's the platform they're going to need now. Moments like that, bringing Bahrain back into the game, relieving the pressure. Again, Tuskers slow to get back in position. That's what we need now. Hard 10 minutes from Bahrain. Run them around the park. The heavy boys there, slow to set. Great lift in the air there, still from Alexis. Sanson gathers, and it's Bahrain turnover.
Get one against the head. That's great stuff from Bahrain.
Looking to move wide now. Opportunities. And Moretti fast on his feet. Needs to get a knee down though. Needs to get a knee down. Oh, it's great support work there.
Oh, Alexis running into
High
traffic.
shot.
It's going to be another penalty.
Oh, no arms dive in from the 14 again. That's the third infringement now. Again, Eugene very lenient with the cards there if he's seen a no arms clear out. Bahrain again, great attacking opportunity now, building pressure in Tuskers' half.
Ball boy doing his job, claiming the ball, drying the ball off for the hooker.
Putting soap on it for Tuskers, is it?
There we go, it's going to be a Bahrain throw just on the edge of the 22. Need to come away from these areas with points. Get some scoreboard pressure on this Tuskers team. Really take advantage. If they're going to leak penalties every time you're attacking, just keep that ball and let them do it. Need to come away from these areas with something on the scoreboard. Keep the momentum going.
And Dylan calling the lineouts today. They're opting for the back ball. It's a great execution. They've set that maul early. Again, good momentum now.
That's set very well. The lads are in tight. If they could just keep crawling forward. Martin Prince is going to be very patient here. It goes off the side to Josh De Beer. He's got no support on his outside. Can he stay on the field? Oh, he can't. He's just ushered out by two Tuskers defenders. Martin Prince, though, working things nicely there, committing both of the Tuskers defenders, getting his arms free and getting the ball over the top to Josh.
Good defence from Tuskers there, just taking Martin out of the game. I think Josh De Beer was looking for the ball back inside, which would have been a walk in under the post. Unfortunately, no support.
Yeah, clock off. Who's this, Josh?
A couple of heavy tackles there, dragging him to the touchline. Looks like he's feeling it.
He's had the wind knocked out of him. He's coming back from a
He's slow to
ACL
move.
injury. But he's popped up. He's made a sterner stuff. He's going to carry on. Bit of a limp. Hopefully he can run that off. Playing well so far in this game. Running the Bahrain attack quite nicely. Be a shame to see him leave the field.
Time back on then. Looking for another steal at the front from Alexis. New addition again to the Super 2s. He's up early. Big overthrow. As you can imagine. Oh, and a big fend there. Tuskers breaking now. This is where they're dangerous, but a great tackle from Joel Kidgel. Forces loose ball. We need a shoulder on him now. They opt to go to boot. Great pressure from Bahrain. Are we going straight out? And that's straight into touch. Bahrain will be delighted with that.
Oh, it's offside called. Is he reaching for his pocket here? It's a yellow card. Who's it directed at?
For an offside. Martin Prinsloo went for the quick tap. I'm still waiting to see who's gone off the field. It looked to me like the winger's also gone back into position.
Not sure. We'll figure out who that was coming off the field, but I believe it was a Tuskers yellow card. It was a Bahrain penalty. So Tuskers down to 14 then. That'll do a world of good for this BRC attack.
This is an opportunity for Bahrain now. Need to take hold of this. Camp in this area, come away with points again. Opting back ball again. It's open. Great darts by Martin, but a good sack from Tuskers. Ball set at platform. Ball out to Dan. There's a bit of confusion in the centre there. Looked like he was trying to play the ball out the back, but was taken, but offside again. Jaden puts the ball wide to Martin Prinsloo, and the skipper is over in the corner. That is an outstanding score. Great reactions, great initiative from Bahrain. After a bit of a sloppy launch play from the backs there, they've taken full advantage of the offside penalty. Quick tap from Jaden, smart thinking from the big man, and our 6 and 7 link up, and we're over in the corner.
That is fantastic play from Jaden. Tuskers, well aware how powerful of a runner he is, commits the men, fixes them, stays square, and puts the man away in the corner. Love to see that from the big man. Great try. Just being told it was the Tuskers' second row in the bin. So they're going to have to drop a back row by the looks of it at scrum time.
Exactly what Bahrain needed from that yellow card. Tuskers down to 14 men now, under pressure. Bahrain scoring within the first minute of that yellow.
And this is for the lead. Can Bahrain...
For the first time today. Left-hand boot from Sam Withers. It's a great strike. A little bit short. He just doesn't have the legs. But again, Bahrain will take that now to build momentum. Go straight back at them. Now we've got a game on our hands.
Very confident start from Bahrain. Once again, living off Tuskers' penalty count.
Dejected Tuskers side, slow back to the start. Obviously trying to eat the clock a little bit. Count down that yellow card so they're back to a full cohort. And interesting to see where they go with their kick here. Do they kick long again? No, go for the high to compete. It's a great towering kick.
On the money. Oh, well gathered by Dion.
Bahrain again, got to play in the right areas now. Great shift from the hooker. They're caught from the back. It's a ball through the legs. Dana's away. Ball to Martin on the touchline. Surely now, though, with one opportunity to attack, they'll look to exit. No, still looking to play the ball outside of their 22. Again, Eugene not happy at all. Offside call. Bahrain playing quick and in the loose now. Sam Withers finding a gap, and he's away. Looks to hold on to the ball, though, deep into their half now.
Nick Young's going to have to play this ball, I think. Good counter ruck from Tuskers. Looking to slow this ball down as much as possible. Do really well.
Slow ball of Bahrain now, building again. Alexis with a great offload. We're seeing some great flowing hands from Bahrain now. Someone's going to need to tighten this up, though. Joel Kidgel out in the wide. We know how elusive he can be. And clean ball. Great phases from Bahrain now.
Just a little bit disorganised. They just need to take a moment, reset.
That's a man on the wrong side of the breakdown, but he's worked his way out.
Need to get their pods in place. Can't be sending one-up runners against this Tuskers defence.
Attacking the shoulder now. Ball out the back. Sam Withers looking to exploit some of the larger gentlemen on the field. Gets in behind again. Ball's placed in. So we've had a Dylan with a great carry. Great feet at the line just to get an extra yard in. Alexis away with some great footwork, and over the line he goes. And so he's going to dot it down under the posts. And Alexis getting a bit after the try scored, but he'd be delighted with that. Some slick handling there from Bahrain to penetrate into Tuskers' half. Again, another tip at the line. Swift footwork from Alexis there, and he's in under the post for his first score for Bahrain. Be delighted with that.
Incredible stuff. He's had some really good phases of play. The 1-2 offload. He's looked really dangerous in open play, carrying well, and once again, showing his dancing feet.
Bit of French flair, as they would say.
Absolutely.
Again, new addition this season to the rugby club. Great addition to the Super Twos. Marking that now with his first score for the club.
BRC take the lead for the very first time in this game.
What should be a fairly straightforward conversion. Again, don't want to curse it. You know what we've done already. Straight in front of the post. Tuskers will be asking questions now. I don't think they've seen themselves in this position once this season so far. Always been the dominant force on the field. Right now, they are under the cosh. Bahrain with 2 scores, while Tuskers are down to 14 men.
How about this for the start of the second half? Just 10 minutes in, 2 scores down. And the momentum is palpable. It's truly shifted in the favour of the Super Twos. And can they keep this going?
Big conversation this week about, despite the size of Tuskers and the physicality, is not going away from our game, making sure that we're still playing the ball and we're still looking with intent. And that was obviously the chat at half-time, because Bahrain have come out to play this half, moving the ball, great offloading, interchanging between forwards and backs, quick tap penalties. And suddenly Tuskers are finding themselves down by 6. Time's off. Eugene seems there's a bit of time wasting. Again, managing the game very well. Taking absolutely nothing from anybody. And no prisoners out there. This little break in play, though, is not going to be great for Bahrain, as they had the momentum. Tuskers were looking tired.
This is going to be a real test of character for this visit inside today. As you say, Adam, seldom have they seen themselves on the receiving end of the scoreline.
Again, opting for that high kick. Ball's not been dealt with, but it has gone backwards. Nick clears up the scraps. Bahrain now set the carry. Nope, Eugene's not happy with it again. I believe he's going to call the knock on here, I think. Yeah. It's unfortunate there. Again, high contestable kick. Difficult to deal with. Bahrain opportunity then. Try and go at them in the scrum, but this scrum from Tuskers so far has been formidable. Great platform for them to launch off. They're exciting backs, a lot of pace out wide.
And the set piece, this is the first scrum of the second half, I believe.
Real test for Bahrain then. Need to build pressure in the scrum. An early shove, though. Eugene won't be happy with that. He was very clear in his direction for the scrum before the game. He wants to see 3 shoulders all driving up the field from each team. Sets of shoulders, that is, not just 3 in general. Tuskers look like they're trying to get a bit of an early shove. Probably not needed with the size of that pack and the dominance they've had so far. Just need to build a platform to launch their backs. That's where they've been dangerous. Bahrain now turning it.
Turns
But
well.
again, the ball's at the back. 8's picked. Penalty there. Not driving straight from the Bahrain. I'm not really sure he's allowed that quick tap to go because it was nowhere near where the scrum was, but Eugene's satisfied. They're now looking to move wide. A rush out of the line and a missed tackle.
Bahrain need to slow this ruck down as much as they can here. Can't allow quick ball. They need to win some collisions, and that's a big hit in the midfield. Ollie Sanson throwing his weight around. Love to see it.
Absolutely taking no prisoners there. Committing maybe one too many people to a breakdown there, leaving the fringes a little bit soft when the ball's lost. Like to see Bahrain just stand off this, get set and make the next tackle. Slow ball for Tuskers. Martin off the line. Great tackle again. Causing chaos for Tuskers at the moment. Not the free flow in rugby they'd like to be playing. They go to the big men. And big men they are.
So Jean's on, number 22.
That's a pre-latch to the player there. So, again, Eugene happy to let that go. They look to play out the back now. They looks like they've got pace. And it's an easy walk in for Tuskers. Good patience there. Direct rugby, using their big forwards just to get them the platform. And then some swift handling out the back. And Tuskers respond excellently with a great score. A little bit too easy there at the end for them. Bahrain will be disappointed in that. Not quick enough to get men round the corner. And ultimately, simple dot down for the Tuskers backs.
Once again, seeing what Tuskers can do when they get quick ball. When the Super 2's defence is set, they look physical, winning their collisions. But as soon as there's a bit of space out the back, Tuskers will punish. Not the most simple nudge to take the lead back.
Again, wide kick. It's been good with the boot so far. Solid strike. I'll tell you what, no doubt.
Tuskers take the lead then by 1 point.
Still down to 14 men though. Bahrain need to get a move on here.
Just been told Tuskers are now back up to 15 men. Super 2's taken 2 scores, whilst the visitors were down to 14, so not a bad result.
Back to full complement now though. They need to get this down into their half and build pressure. See what they opt for here. Again, slightly longer kick this time. Tuskers letting it bounce. Fetching back to their kicker, who kicks it long and on. Opportunity for Bahrain to attack them. Well gathered by the captain, Martin. Dana Moretti then running back. Quick feet. Sets a platform just inside Bahrain's half. They'll look to use the short side then. Offload probably not needed. Again, it's great when it works, but there's times to keep the ball tight. I think under this amount of pressure, maybe just a straight carry, maybe a show and go, set a platform and let us launch off the touchline was the one. One thing Eugene will not stand for is back chat. We've seen this already. Frustrated Tuskers now starting to interject. Chirps in the ref. They're not getting much love for it. I do believe we will start with the scrum to Tuskers though for the knock on. Very friendly out there, a lot of handshakes in between set pieces. Okay, now even I'm confused. What's the call? It's going to be originally knock on from Tuskers, but a bit of afters has led to a Tuskers penalty. So Bahrain will be disappointed with their discipline there. Because Tuskers now an opportunity to kick to the corner. There's some good options off of their. Oh, here we go. Surely that's a reverse of the penalty. Eugene with a bit of theatrics. I'm surprised he hasn't reversed that one. Here we go, back into the game. Great kick from Tuskers deep into the 22. We've seen them set the maul. They've got that big pack we spoke about. We've also seen a couple of trick plays with overthrows to large men coming around the corner. Be interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah, Bahrain's stealing a few, but I think in this position against a big pack, I think you stay down, you try and sack. It looks like they might be looking to compete at the front at the very least.
Change a hooker, but it's a great throw. Sets early. Bahrain are going to have to meet this now. It's good maul defence so far. Tuskers starting to get a bit of a rumble on as they break round the corner. Bahrain have to get back into that. Good tackle there from Joel Kidgel to hold him out off the line. Opting to go to the big men again.
Lots of men on the blind side. They need to wrap around.
Great low tackle from Martin there, just to take his legs away, get him out of the game. Same again from Joel Lewis. Bahrain hot off the line at the moment, but they need to get numbers out wide. As here goes the ball now. 2 quick passes, and they're back in for a second score of this half.
Good try. The Bahrain defence looking very narrow there. You can sort of see it coming as the legs tire. The lad's slower to work around the corner. And look at that, 5 or 6 men within a 5 or 10 metre radius. And you will get punished out wide against these big, strong runners.
Interesting there. You can see Dan Dryden in the backfield screaming for his men to get round the corner and spread out. It's clearly where the threat's going to be. We look like we've got the measure of them up front on those tight carries, but they're getting that success out wide. It's something they've got to talk about now under the posts. Make sure that when they are in those tight red zone areas, that they're filling the field and not giving opportunity for Tuskers to walk in so easily. 2 well-taken scores from the Tuskers team there. Bahrain now have a real test ahead of them. Need to tighten up the discipline, get back into the Tuskers half and take the game to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the bonus point secured for the visiting side.
Again, right-hand side now. That kicker today, not sure where he bought those boots, but they were worth every penny. He is kicking absolutely everything. Left, right, touch lines, formidable.
Great nudge. That'll suck a little bit of energy out of the Super 2 side. This is where your leadership comes into play. Martin Prinzu needs to get a hold of this game, rev his men up, and empty the tanks. Last 20 minutes, I'm sure we'll see some of the substitutes start to fill the field now, and they'll be tasked with bringing a lot of energy into the second half. They'll need to lift it.
Long kick again, decided to keep it on the field despite being a 22. This time Bahrain looking to go wide. Getting caught there by the kick chase. Great kick chase from Tuskers, setting that platform. Bahrain opting for the box kick. I don't think anyone else knew it was coming. Again, broken play is exactly where Tuskers want to be. Bit of indecision from the winger. Now out to the elusive fullback. Making great yards up the touchline. And he brings Tuskers deep back into Bahrain's half. The platform to launch off. Starting to get their momentum now, Tuskers, with big bundling carries. Line speed from individuals is not going to help this team. Swift hands on the touchline. And it almost looked like he walked into that corner, but Eugene's called it back. Try given.
I think he's given that.
Confusing passage of play there. I'll be 100% honest with you. And again,
score from Tuskers though, but weak defence from Bahrain. Once again, just scragging off tackles. I think Joel Lewis really needs to start to use his boot to pin down this Tuskers team. Need to play some territory. Bahrain struggling to enter the Tuskers half at the moment. And as the game starts to become open, more free-flowing, that is where Tuskers thrive, do their best work.
Again, just shows the danger of this Tuskers side. Some excellent athletes out there, some really, really good ball players. You kick the ball long without the right kick chase, gives them an opportunity to counter-attack, and that's where they're at their strongest. Build their platform off of that, and again, a really well-taken score there from Tuskers. Really starting to get into their game now. You can see their shape and their intent of what they're trying to achieve. When they get the ball wide, they just look dangerous every time.
Oh, another one goes over. What a nudge.
I'm telling you now, this might be the best kicker I've seen in the league. That is 100% off the boot today. Had a couple of easy warm-ups in front of the post, but since then it's been nothing but touch lines, and he has slotted everything.
Very quick momentum shift in this game. Super 2s having the best of it the first 10 minutes. And it's completely switched now. Tuskers back up to a full cohort. and showing why they're top of the league at the moment. Super 2s need to bite back.
20 minutes into the second half, though, plenty of time left to play. Coach Lindsay Gibson under the post there with the boys. I'm sure he'll be rallying them up. As I mentioned, I do feel like we have the better of the game when we keep the ball. And it's just going to be, that will be the key words from the coaches. Keep the ball, play the phases, play in the right areas. It sounds simple, but sometimes the simplest things done well are always the best things. Eugene again chats with the bench, not really sure what's happening, but he's allowing now play to commence. Opted for the short kick this time. Great take from Tuskers, and now they are really getting their tails up. Offloading balls, big carries from the big men. Bahrain with 10 men in a very tight area here. And ultimately infringing. Ceiling ball. Big call from the bench there from the coaches. No stupid plays. Trust the defence, trust the structure. Don't need to be giving this away. And again now, an opportunity for Tuskers to kick deep and launch from Bahrain's half. Probably not the kick he wanted, but it's got him good ground. Launching from the 22. They've had a change at hooker. New thrower. 1 from 1 so far. Bahrain opting to compete at the front and then try and match the maul when they set it.
Overthrow to Martin Prisoner, the captain, gathers
Poor
well.
execution. Hopefully I've commentator cursed him there. But Eugene not happy with something.
Numbers, not really sure.
Either way, Bahrain with a get out of jail card there. Now Joel Lewis looking to get us back into their half with a strong right boot. Straight at the tower. And I would assume touch is found.
Yeah. Touch is found,
Touch
just
is
under
found.
us. Good view of the subs bench. Taking shade under the gazebos. Trying to stay out of the sun as much as possible before they are called upon to make an impact on this game.
Really hot day today. So we don't usually get this weather in Bahrain in February. It always seems to be the Super 2s that have to suffer in the heat. Opportunity to take the battle to Tuskers now. Go front ball. It's great execution off the line. Opportunity to move now. Jaden's moved into the centres. Sam Withers with a wayward pass. It's gone backwards though. Bahrain won't be happy with that execution. Obviously missing a few key personnel today. Chris Cropp over there in the touch. Watching from the sidelines. Been great down that wing.
Just got a few people asking in the chat. Yeah, Josh De Beer, I think he's gone off with a little bit of a niggle on the knee. And Jean Coetzee coming on at 9. Hopefully nothing too serious for Josh. He's been performing very well for the Super 2s.
Bahrain very flat here. Would like, as you said earlier, El, like to see them take the ball to boot there a little bit. Get the kick chase organised, send it out. They play out the back again. Hands could have probably gone. Dana Moretti caught in just behind the line. Seem to be losing yards now, trying to play out of this area.
Yeah. As I said, Joel Lewis just needs to take control of this. Use his big boot.
Crossing call for Dion coming back in under.
And that is why you don't play in your own half too much rugby. You just need to play in the right areas of the field, especially when Tuskers have their tails up. They're looking confident. They're looking like they've got some real energy behind them now.
So I said Dion, I believe that's Cobus who's just coming in off the bench into the back row.
There he is, the big man. Returning to the field after a little bit of a hiatus. It's good to see him back out there enjoying his rugby. Doing his young boy Harrison proud.
Packing down in second row. A big shift from Golden Oldies centre, as he used to be.
That's how it goes. You start to slowly drift forward as you get older, I feel.
Absolutely not. You retire before you ever end up in this scrum.
Good scrum from Tuskers. They secure their own ball. Bahrain can't creak here. Need to keep it legal. They do so. Tuskers attacking the blind side. Oh, dropped off tackles and another good finish from Tuskers. Really starting to punish these tired legs of the Super 2s now. But it's another good score. They attacked that blind side off a really nicely set scrum. The penalty may have been there if they kept it on just for another few seconds, but they knew they had the ability and the strength out wide to score tries like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a great finish.
Interesting setup from Bahrain there. I couldn't see the attacking line from Tuskers, but it looked like they had good numbers on that blind side, with Bahrain only stacking the winger on that blind. They've seen the overlap, exploited it. Great hands and interlinking, and ultimately fantastic feet to put himself over the line. Tuskers really getting into their shape now, really starting to flow. And kick on now. Get another test for this kicker.
You'd back him, wouldn't you? He's been kicking very well.
Put mortgage on it at the moment. And absolutely no doubt, outstanding kicking from the 10 today. Well, I believe he's the 15.
Certainly keeping the scoreboard ticking over. And the Super 2s having a little meeting, catching a breath. And stern words from Jack Parry. They need to lift the energy and they need to play rugby in the right areas. Nothing's working when they're playing out the back. They're sitting a bit deep. They're not looking confident. They need to send their big strike runners up the middle when they get the chance to, because Tuskers is just shutting down absolutely everything at the moment.
Assistant coach for the Super 2s, but defence coach for the first team. I know Jack Parry will be very disappointed with the defence in the last couple of tries, and I know he'll be putting a rocket up the boys there. One thing he will not stand for is missed tackles. Boys need to elevate their game now. Take something to Tuskers if we're going to get back into this game. Joel Lewis to restart, kicks long again. Tuskers with their tails up now will look to run. They know where their threat is now. They've got it on the outside with offloading, but it's inaccurate and off the pitch. Bahrain won't be too disappointed with that. First time Tuskers have tried to run out of their 22. Poor execution leads to a Bahrain line out deep within the Tuskers half now.
Good outcome. They really need to take their chances when they get them now. Just need to get a foothold in this game. They've not really built any phases in this second half. Certainly not in the last 15 minutes or so. It's been all Tuskers, one-way traffic.
Opportunity out there to take a bonus point from 4 tries as well. I'm sure that'll be on the coach's mind. Making sure we take something from this game. Jaden throwing in now. It's an overthrow. Tuskers again, opting to run it wide. This is where they're dangerous. Swift hands on the touchline. Great feet. And the number 14, who's been such a menace all day. I'm not sure if he's got that down early or whether it was on the line, but he's in under the posts.
Just missed a little bit of this as they came under the commentary booth. Looks like he's stepped inside, used those dancing feet, and dotted down under the posts. Another great bit of individual brilliance from this Tuskers team.
Again, living off Bahrain mistakes at the moment, aren't they? We know they're going to look to move it now. They've essentially got the bonus point win in the bag at this point. Need to get a message out to the Bahrain boys now that they're going to look to run everything. This is where Tuskers have been so good all season. Tight matches for 60 minutes, but in those last 20, that last quarter is where they open up, move the ball, get that offloading game going up, get the ball to their dangerous men, see how quickly they can turn a tight game into an easy win for them. Again, going with the big man. Great tackle, though, from Ollie Sanson again. And they're up the blind again, and here they go. Again, the 15 linking closely with the 14. Interlinking hands, and they're straight back in under the posts. A few changes from Bahrain now rolling out the bench. Hoping to add some energy and a bit of presence in that defensive line. But it seems to have opened the game up. And Tuskers now just using some of that Fijian flair to get the ball through the hands and start really building the scoreline.
Some dejected men out there at the moment, I feel. Ten minutes to go, he nudges it over. And it's just about pride now. The Super 2s cannot they take the foot off the pedal. They need to take something from this game. One more try would see them get the bonus point for the 4 tries.
Love the intent, though. Bahrain set to go. Early straight kickoff. Down and fighting. Ball's going to be run from everywhere from Tuskers now, I imagine. They're looking for the same pattern. Set up the big man early doors. use him to fucking pull Bahrain in.
Oh, great carry from the big
And he's
man.
still going.
3 or 4 Bahrain defenders hanging
Sucking in 4 or 5 defenders and then look to unleash the backs now, I'm sure. But a penalty given for holding on. Ollie Sanson and Cooper there just getting over the ball. Big man trying to do too much, I think. They're not scoring through the middle today. It seems to be out wide.
Joel Lewis.
Joel Lewis
the corner.
adding tempo to the game. I love the intent from the Super 2s here. Not taking anything from this. Going to fight right to the last minute. Speed the game up. Let's come away with that losing bonus point. Martin back on throwing duties after a little hiatus.
A little bit shaky this set piece in the second half. They need to clean this up. Wasted a lot of good opportunities, a lot of good territory. They've set this very nicely. Get a good rumble on here. This has got momentum. If they can keep it going, it looks like it's going to be over.
And that is an outstanding maul. Didn't even have to get all 8 men in there. I think there was a bit of confusion from Tuskers there. Do we stand off them all or do we set them all? But by jumping up to compete, Bahrain may be a little bit fortunate of shifting the ball back early there, but they've got the momentum, they've got the ball rumbling. And an easy walkover from maybe 10, 15 metres there with Jaden getting on the score sheet.
Tuskers
Kissing his fist and pumping the sky. That's the 4-try bonus point for Bahrain. They'll be delighted with that and delighted with the response from the boys, despite a few quick succession scores from Tuskers.
That'd be good for the confidence now. Need to build on this. That's what can happen when you get the set piece operating well. Get a little bit of territory. This team can score points against anyone.
Sam Withers adds the extras then. 8-minute comeback. What do we think? Drop your comments on the YouTube channel. I'll give anyone 6-1.
The Super 2 showing some heart though. They've got absolutely no quit in them.
One of the strongest units in the club, the Super 2s. Great link between the first team, the Colts, and more social members looking to get competitive rugby under their belt. Great platform for the developing players as well. Real tight-knit group, boys led by Martin Prinsloo. If anyone's going to keep fighting, it's going to be this group. Great take from Dylan then again. Strong carry, but he's met well. Look to take ground inside the 22, obviously tactically, so we can kick straight out. But it looks like we're going to run it.
The pod's sitting quite deep, but Kovas carries well, gets caught though. Hits ground, recycles. Surely they exit here, surely.
We'll look to run it. If the Fijians can run it, so can we. Finally, Joel Lewis says, no more, give it here. Boot to ball. But unfortunately hasn't found touch and has set up a counter-attack from the big man. Kept it in field. Hands on the floor, Bahrain with a penalty. Surely now the chat is just kicked long and off. We'll launch from that platform. Let's get back into Tuskers half. On a hot day like today, managing the energy of those forwards pods is really, really important. I think too many phases in the wrong areas is just ejecting boys, tiring boys out when we really need to kick on in this last 5 minutes.
You've seen when the Super 2s have played their own game, as you say, when they've kicked territory, used the big boot of Joel Lewis, Sam Withers, just turn the screw on this Tusker side. They come away with points, but it's easier said than done against such a powerful defensive unit.
Terry and Mo coming onto the field now, making up the bench. Great steal from Tuskers, getting up in front of Dylan at the back. Again, loose play is not where Bahrain want to be. Tuskers moving wide with numbers now. Quick, swift hands down the touchline, and number 14 is in again. Just highlighting how dangerous this Tuskers team can be. Great play in the loose there. Fantastic gather off the back of a line out after a brilliant steal. Swift hands. Bahrain just caught tight in defence. And a simple 2-on-1 to finish, with number 14 going in for his third try of the game.
Yeah, clinical stuff from Tuskers. Living off scraps is a great turner, as you said, off the set piece. And broken play, they're the most dangerous team in the UAE Division 1 competition for a reason. starting to really rack up a score now. And once again, you'd probably put the house on him nudging over this, even though it's right on the touchline.
Love the intent from Bahrain, but you've got to say it's a little bit of overplaying there in the wrong areas. Probably one too many phases after the kickoff around the 22. Get to an edge, get the ball gone, set your defence, and let's go again. Is that a missed kick from the 15? First one of the day. He's had a fantastic boot up to this point. And for some reason, Eugene says 66 to 34 is enough. We will call the game. There is no need for this to carry on. No opportunity for Bahrain to come back in those last 4 minutes, with both teams taking something from the game. Bahrain with a 4-try bonus point, Tuskers with a 5-0 win. Outstanding performance from the Tuskers today. It just shows you how dangerous they can be and why they're sitting top of the league at the moment. Get them into the late stages of that game when boys are getting tired, benches are being rolled out. Really exciting team, moved the ball really well, took some really, really good tries there. Outstanding performance from the Tuskers, but a lot of heart and a lot of spirit showed from the twos there. Super Twos doing exactly what they do every week, just going out and fighting for the club, fighting for the badge, fighting for each other. Outstanding performance. Happy to take something away from the game. Said 5-0 a minute ago, but it's a 5-1 with a 4-try bonus point for the Super Twos. They'll be happy with some of the rugby they played there, El, I'd say.
Absolutely. Just punished in some areas. You know, when the game opens up, this Tuskers team will punish you. As the legs got tired, you saw some lapse in concentration in the wide channels. And the Tuskers punished, as they do so often. They've done very well. Very likely to see them in the UAE Division 1 final this season. And hopefully, we'll look forward to welcoming them into the Premiership next season. And our first team can hopefully get a little bit of revenge. We'll see what the script has to show for the rest of the season. The Super Twos winning streak has been taken to an end, unfortunately. But do not forget to join us next weekend. We've got another home fixture. We welcome Doha here at Bahrain. Friday game, so it's a good one for the club. 5 p.m. kickoff. And of course, we'll be streaming it as always. We look forward to having you all here next week. And thank you all for tuning in wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Absolutely. Drop us a subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram for all the updates as well with the games. And we'll be back next weekend with a massive fixture as the first team to keep their unbeaten streak alive. Thank you all and take care.